But colleagues, look, we are very excited as the Black Management Forum to be here, and then people will be able to grace us. But let's do the protocols right. The MEC of Social Development, Mengagareng, thank you very much for gracing us. Man. I understand and we know how much you have pushed so many things for you to be here. We understand that aspect and we're really grateful as the BMF that you were able to grace us. Let me take this opportunity to also say the DG, the Director General of the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, has graced us from the National Office. Thank you very much, Sir, Dr. Mashabane. He's here. I think I needed to acknowledge him. He has pushed so many things as well. People may not be able to be aware of these things, but they push so many things. He was on leave, but he decided and say, I'm going to cut my leave short. When he decided to come here, he was from Devon. Then he decided that he must come straight and drive here. So we really thank him for him to be here with this old team. The DDG is also here. Thank you very much for gracing us, Ntate Malema. We really thank you for being here. The mayor of one of the progressive municipality. Tulamela is growing. Apologonra you overtake. You must just check. We're growing so fast. Thank you very much, ma'am, for gracing us. It was going to be very useless for us to have this event and you are not here. This is your land, so we needed you to be here. The executive mayor is also represented here of Bembe district. We started it here, executive mayor, that we need to start here because this is a progressive district. So we start the movement here and we'll move with all the districts from here. Thank you very much for gracing us as well. I would like to take this opportunity as well to thank the program director and also the secretary of the province is also here. I would want to acknowledge them. When you have an event like this, you tend to think you are the only one who's organizing it. There's a team of people who are organizing it. I think we need to acknowledge them. Mr. Mgumela, we are acknowledging you for your efforts as well, for being here. Colleagues, all protocols observed. Let's take this opportunity and talk about the topic that we are here for. I'm not going to talk about the topic. I'm not a guest speaker. I'm just going to give you the overall and what motivated the BMF. Why are we participating into this particular program? Mr. Mkumela has mentioned something that is very crucial, and he said BMF stands for managerial leadership. Our space is focusing on the corporate and checking the corporate and being an advocate of Black excellence and to say we want to be included, and as Black people can be able to do it themselves. We are very happy that the Black managers who are sitting here are excellent in their own right, and we are very excited about it. Now, there's one other aspect about Black Management Forum that speaks to us is to talk about socio-economic transformation. So we are focusing on socio-economic transformation, and most of the time we are very vocal when it comes to economic transformation, to say Black people need to be included in the mainstream economy, and we are able to do it. We can run the economy ourselves. We are able to run the economy ourselves. But there's this one aspect that we're also focusing on is the social part. And the social part is, one of it is the GBV. To say gender-based violence and femicide, it's a national crisis. It is a national crisis. Young people are killed. Just yesterday when we were having dinner with the DDG, and he mentioned something and said, an elderly guy went and killed a 15-year-old, raped the 15-year-old. He did not just rape, he went on and took the eyes of that particular 15-year-old, tortured her, and killed her. Now the question is, we are staying in a sick country. I'm glad that this room is very representative. You can't talk gender-based violence and you don't talk about, and you don't include men in the same room. Because the very same men who are in this particular room, I think those are the men who are going to go out there and tell other men and say, not me, not at my account. Something needs to change. The mentality needs to change. And until we come to that particular situation, we can't find a situation where somebody goes and rape a 9-month-old and we are okay with it. Something is sick about our men. And women are suffering because of all those things. Now, as a Black Management Forum, we understand that one aspect that is very crucial with us is to say, when you check the National Strategic Plan 2020 to 2030, I love it because it talks about so many things that we are going to be addressing as we move forward. I'm only going to focus on the pillars. One aspect, what the first pillar is, it talks about accountability and leadership. Now, the accountability and leadership, MEC, that is where you're coming in. To say you were able to push everything else to come to us so that you can be accountable to us as the society. To say, are we really making progress when it comes to this or not? I'm going to leave it to you so that when your speech, when you come, you can be able to address that pillar. The second pillar is prevention and building of social cohesion. Now, the role of evidence-based prevention program. We need to really find evidence-based prevention program. It needs to be evidenced in a sense that we need to see it must be tangible. Part of it is what the BMF is playing now, today, which we are planning, we're going to roll it across the province. But I'm going to tell you something as well to say, the DG said to us, we can roll it nationally with collaboration. Now, it's something that is very great. The DG said, which I'm going to challenge the MEC, part of collaboration, the MEC. The DG said to me yesterday, we need to sign the MOU. The issue for us to sign the MOU is that we need to be able to push pro-prevention. We must push it so hard that those ones who are busy doing this thing and harassing women at work must feel uncomfortable. They must feel so uncomfortable that they will be exposed, at least to stop. So we need to be able to collaborate with the policymakers, that when we go out there and roll this program nationwide, we should be able to know that the government is with us. And the DG has said, we are going to support you with the materials and we're going to support with the personnel. I think that needs to be clapped hands for. So MEC, I'm challenging you to say we also need to sign the same MOU, that we must roll it in the whole province. The aim for us is when we move from this district, we are going to Capricorn. And when we go into Capricorn, we need to have the same dialogue as part of pro-prevention and awareness, to make sure that we are able to make women to know their rights. You know, sometimes we take it for granted, we tend to think women know their rights. In most cases, if you check, you would find the very same women are the ones who protect the perpetrator. Have you realized? They fight amongst themselves. If one comes out at work and say, I've been harassed, the other one who benefited somehow will come and say, you're taking rubbish. So we need to be able to make women to know their right and create a safer space that they can be able to say whatever it is that they are going through at work, and knowing that they can be able to prevent that particular threat. The environment must be safe, but they need to know their rights. The third pillar is justice, safety, and promotion. All GBV survivors should access sufficient and sensitive criminal justice system. This one I'm talking directly to the judge. Judge, is our system quick enough, accessible, and responsive and inclusive? Does it bring the safer environment? For those, as much as we are standing for pro-prevention, for those that are already there, who are going to report it, is it safe enough for them to come out? Because we have seen several times those who are coming out and they withdraw their cases because they are threatened and they are scared for their life. I've worked with that. It's just that I didn't brief the person who's here that I wanted her to talk about her story. But I remember when they came to me and they said, I'm scared for my life. I get phone calls. People are driving next to my house simply because I came out and I said, this is wrong. Now the judge will be able to tell us about that pillar. The fourth pillar is response, care, support, and healing. We need to strengthen the existing response and care and support. Now the MEC, that's where you come in. All the victim-focused programs that deals with care and that deals with healing needs to be strengthened. That is why the stakeholders who are sitting here, I was speaking to Bomdao, who just came in and he told me about his story and what his organization stands for. We have the TVEPs who are here that needs funding that comes from the TVEP here. I'm speaking on your behalf, even if you are not. You did not give me the mandate. That the MEC is here. That we need funding on the ground when it comes to that. But with us as the Black Management Forum, we are simply saying we need to also, because we are focusing on the corporate side. Things are happening there in the corporate side. Women get depressed due to the violence that they find at the workplace. And sometimes, and most of the time, is under when a man is in power. So somehow we need to find a way on how to create a safer environment that will strengthen the response and the care and the support. That when somebody reports this thing, somebody needs to be there to listen and give proper support. Not the issue of ridiculing them and say, no, it's not, it did not happen, because bring evidence. We want to see it. The fifth pillar is the economic empowerment. Creating safe places, create safe workplace that are free from violence against women. As the country, we are still, maybe you might have heard the program director talking about us contributing on the Employment Equity Act as the Black Management Forum. But the issue about those policies is to try to reverse what happened in the past, where women were not included in position of economic power and positions where they can be able to make their own money. But this thing called GBV deals directly with women being unable to participate fully. There is a story, which I'm not going to reveal, where one woman was accused, or was not accused, reported one powerful guy. And after reporting that particular powerful guy, that something happened about rape and issues like that, she was forced to stay at home, not to go to work anymore by the husband, because the husband thought she can't continue. Her right of making sure that she can have economic power is taken away due to GBV. We need to be very careful about those things. That women, you are having double impact problems. One, because you are a woman. Two, because there are perpetrators who tend to think you are nothing. And their role, they're saying we are gender roles, that when we are men, we are better than you. The sixth pillar is research and information management. So this one, as the Black Management Forum, we have the Research and Development Division. As Black Management Forum, we always pride ourselves as people who are thought leaders. So in most cases, whatever topic that we are talking about, we research it thoroughly. So it means we are saying we need to improve the understanding to the extent of the GBV, how it relates to specific groups. In this particular instance, the GBV in the specific groups of women in corporate. But extensive research needs to be done there, where we need to be able to get tangible evidence, as we have spoken about it, that we can be able to have appropriate intervention. But sometimes you find we're thinking our intervention will be able to assist our people, but it's just haphazard. is not specific, does not address what we want to address. So somehow, as the Black Management Forum, we told ourselves to say, we're going to assist the government. We're going to assist the government in terms of the personnel that we have, so that we can be able to get exactly what is it about this GBV and how we can be able to achieve a goal of making sure that we eliminate it. We are very excited as a Black Management Forum that there's a code of good practice that is just being effective, DG, on the 18th of March. What makes us to be excited about that particular policy is that the one for 2005 was focusing on only handling the sexual harassment in the workplace. And we feel it was very reactional. It was like it's waiting for someone to be harassed or sexually harassed, and then that's when we can be able to kick in. So what makes us to be excited about this one is the mere fact that it talks about prevention and elimination of harassment in the workplace. So it does not specifically only single the sexual harassment. It talks about different forms of harassment. The question is, if you are harassed and you are abused psychologically by your boss, can I go to the police and report it? Do you think the policeman who is behind the desk will be able to help me? I don't have the bruises. My boss bullying me at work and making me to have depression, and sometimes I can't be able to continue working. But what I like about that policy, that addresses all those forms of violence. And that's what makes us excited as the Black Management Forum, to say we are challenging the policymakers who are here, to say let's collaborate and make sure we fight this GBV until something comes up. We really need to do and be serious about it. And as the Black Management Forum, we have taken this thing that we're going to make it a drive. It's not supposed to be us waiting for the 16 days of activism. Got December. It must be an all-year program. So with these words, I just want to say thank you very much for giving us this opportunity and to grace us. Hopefully, we'll be able to fight this thing together. Thank you very much.